What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here in our fantasy football profile. Today, I am talking Chicago Bears running back David Montgomery. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have a ton of these fantasy profiles on the channel, a ton of other redraft content, dynasty content, all that good stuff you want. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. Let's talk David Montgomery. Okay, so David Montgomery. In 2021, he finishes the RB19, averaging 12.8 points per game in a half-point PPR. In 2021, in 13 games, he had 225 carries for 849 yards, 7 rushing touchdowns. Also had 42 receptions for 301 yards, no touchdowns receiving. He's a volume monster, and he showed his upside the previous season when he finished as an RB4 overall. That's something you have to consider with David Montgomery, the type of volume that he gets. And he showed in that season that he can be an efficient player and a guy who's very involved in the passing game, as he was last season as well. I think that's really the thing that separates David Montgomery from a lot of these other volume backs is he's also utilized in the passing game, which is a huge thing for consistency as well as just upside overall. But let's get into some of the negatives on David Montgomery. The offense is definitely a concern. They have the 31st ranked offensive line. Justin Fields, who did not play very well as a rookie, obviously get a new coaching staff in there. There's new hope that you can maybe make him a more efficient passer. Get the ball out a little quicker, learn some of those things that NFL quarterbacks need to learn that Matt Nagy obviously didn't teach him. I think a lot of it was on Matt Nagy, honestly, putting him in bad situations. So I still think there is some hope with Justin Fields, but really all the players around him, it's not a ton of talent anywhere else. So I think the offense overall is going to bring him down a little bit. At game script-wise, I think he's going to get a lot of checkdowns. I don't think they're going to be running the ball a whole lot in a ton of second halves. Their over-under for wins is 6.5. I'd take that under. But, think about James Robinson. That's who I think I compare David Montgomery's situation to most recent years. A talented running back who's going to get a ton of volume, be involved in the passing game as well, and get opportunities on the goal line when they get there. I think he is a very similar situation, and people love James Robinson for fantasy, obviously, because they've been paying a cheap price for him in recent years. But the price for David Montgomery currently going in the 3rd or 4th round, I think is worth it with the assured volume you're getting. And he is a good running back as well. Like we saw that from that top 5 finish he had last year. So my 2022 stat predictions for him: 240 plus carries, 50 plus receptions, 1,300 plus yards, and 8 touchdowns. The touchdowns is where I think he'll struggle, but I think he'll get enough volume and he'll be good in the passing game. I think the offensive line in general will limit the efficiency that he's able to have a little bit, and the offense in general, team's king on him. But I still think he's getting enough volume, and he is a good player to overcome that enough to be good for fantasy football. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I respond as always. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys for watching.